I really record these things. Wow. I'm an idiot. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vince, and today we are back with another reaction. Today we're reacting to He's Addicted to Eating Raw Meat, huh? Now when the video first started and I was up here acting like a monkey and you were thinking, hey Vince, why are you acting like an animal? You're not a monkey. And if you weren't thinking that, you're probably racist.
Oh my god!
That's besides the point. You're right. I am not an animal because I don't do animal things. But guess what? This guy is eating raw meat. Are you serious, bro? I'm not gonna lie. If I've ever heard anything dirty in my life, it was today. This was trifling.
Bruh.
I can't even sit here and do it. I can't even sit here and lie to y'all, bro. I might be an animal as well because I promise y'all, raw meat looks better uncooked. Like a raw steak looks better than a cooked steak to me. Is that weird? Like in the packaging, I'll be thinking like, if I bite into that, it's gonna be juicy.
Wow.
It's something wrong with me, but I have never brought myself to eat a uncooked, unseasoned steak because I know I'm either gonna get sick or it's gonna be nasty. So for you to indulge in this behavior, addicted to eating raw meat, you have a serious problem. It's a screw loose up here. I'm not gonna lie, you've tapped back into your primal state. You are not a human anymore. I identify as a monkey now. Like, bro, it's one of those. So we just finna get into this video and see why he's addicted to eating raw meat and where it went wrong. So let's get into it. Let's go.
So today we're back with a very tasty episode.
What?
Of Freaky Eaters.
Nah.
And here we have Danny Boy, the man who is literally addicted to eating raw meat. And that's meat of all kinds, people. I'm talking a select shoulder cut, some steak, some ground beef, and even raw fucking chicken. It's fucking raw. And this guy seriously is looking like Justin Trudeau's little brother out here.
Who is that? Oh my god.
And he just disregards all the risks of what he's doing by eating this raw meat. And it's really starting to bother people because he's literally consuming it by the pound. And he's been eating like this for the last 6 years. Like he just pulls the raw meat right out of the package and he eats that shit up like a fruit roll-up. And he always goes for the cheap cuts of meat in the deli. He gets something called the manager's special, which pretty much means you're getting the cheapest, oldest meat in the whole market.
That's disgusting.
What could go wrong here?
I'm really concerned that Daniel doesn't care that one day this could lead to death.
It's absolutely worth it to eat raw meat, even though there's consequences. Consequences are minor. I like to pull it, I like to see the muscles. There's no real reason behind it besides I like the taste and texture. It's like butter.
And he even laughs at the idea of getting sick from eating raw meat. And apparently this guy has a history.
He laughs at the idea of getting sick from eating raw meat. Now, me personally, I've never met anybody with salmonella poisoning. What? But I can imagine it's not a well-experienced experience. If that made sense. I'm sure it's bad. I'm sure it don't feel good when you bending over the toilet and your booty hole is exploding. I'm sure it don't feel good when you bending over the toilet and your boo-boo is coming out your mouth. I'm sure it don't feel good when you got hot sweats and can't sleep at night. I'm pretty sure those are symptoms. I never looked into salmonella. I just always stayed away from it, but I'm sure, hey, it can't be good. This dude is weird. Look at him with this cat. I wouldn't put it past him if he was out here killing animals himself and eating them. Oh! He's scary.
Of not only eating raw stuff, but just being a weird motherfucker in general. As a kid, he was eating biscuit dough, pancake batter, and even writing poems. Listen, I'm not trying to talk down on kids that like to write poems or say that one day their job is going to be that they're an author, but in my experience, 8 out of 9 times those kids definitely had some school shooter vibes going on.
They're weird.
I feel like I'm kind of unique and different from other people.
So yeah, this guy's pretty much always just been the black sheep of the family. He has a degree in liberal arts. He goes to poetry slams, and this all while his brother followed in his father and his grandfather's footsteps and joined the military, kind of becoming the golden child of the family. And it seems like Daniel was always just screaming for attention because his family saw him as such a letdown. I mean, even when this guy got a good paying government job and started making his family actually happy, he decided to quit because it was just too much for him and it wasn't anything like what he truly wanted to do.
Wow.
And so now he's here doing this shit.
Once he left the strict confines of his parents' house, Daniel began experimenting with more raw foods.
Moment. One of those quiet things where you do it on your own and you're like, wow, this was nice.
Damn, Danny, if I didn't know any better, I would think you were just choking the old chicken right there. And his
Man, like, you know what I just thought of? I can't even imagine. I can't imagine being in my own apartment, waking up, opening the door, getting in my car, driving to the grocery store, saying to the deli dude, yeah, let me get the oldest meat you have, buying it, taking it home, and then in the confines of my own home alone, I cut the meat and eat it, looking at myself in the mirror. I can't imagine doing something crazy like that, bro. I feel like that psychopath activities is giving Jeffrey Dahmer.
Wow.
Like, my guy. Like, what's next? Humans at first is animals. I promise you it's gonna be humans next. I wouldn't be surprised.
His brother Brian is definitely not too fond of his eating habits either.
I like bargains, and I always look for the cheapest cut.
I don't think he does any type of preparation to it, washing it whatsoever.
Geez, this guy seems like some type of real life fucking vampire. I can't believe that he doesn't even wash this shit off. Like, even when I get fresh fruit from the market, I wash my shit off with soap. Ain't
That's
no foreign
mandatory.
disease gonna take my ass down. And I don't know how he's been doing this for 6 whole years. Like, this guy is straight up just over here eating raw flesh and shit. And by the way, if you're working out in a place where children are supposed to play, you're a straight up tool.
Daniel disregards any health advice he gets regarding the raw meat that he consumes.
It's online, right?
Products may
Oh.
contain bacteria that could cause illness if the product is cooked improperly, or whatever. I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I just really don't want my brother to end up dying from that one bad piece of meat.
I know there's an age joke in here somewhere, but I'm just gonna save it. And so then they have to call in our two
I didn't get
favorite
it.
food experts. And basically his brother Brian is just very concerned with Daniel's health at this point, and he's worried about any possible illness that he could get from eating all this raw fucking meat. So they just straight up go into the gym while this guy is working out. They interrupt him mid-set.
Dude, what's going on?
The reason these people are here is because I called them about how you like to eat raw meat.
Oh, okay, but I don't think I need help.
I like how they're all just standing there trying to intimidate this guy.
What type of intervention is this? I wish I would be pumping that iron and some random people come in my face like this. You have a problem, sir, don't you? Like, bro, come on. Like, dude, like, now if I pick her up and body slam her, everybody gonna be talking about, why did he do that? No, she stopped me mid-set. Y'all better get her and him. I body slam him too. Drop him right on his head. Look at this lining on his head, bro. That V lining, trash lining, McDonald's lining. I really get to heating anybody up. It really don't matter to me.
Dr. Dow coming through with the slacks. I mean, his brother is standing back there like Mark Wahlberg in Four Brothers and some shit. Dumb and Dumber looking ass.
You're making a joke of all of this that could kill you. What's up with that?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Driving's more dangerous, I think.
Well, you know, things are a decision. You wouldn't drive on the wrong side of the street.
No.
Damn, I gotta be honest, I'm really starting to love this lady. Like, she is always coming in hot with the facts.
Would you be willing to come with us so we can show you a few things and possibly change your mind?
All right, but you got a big chore ahead of you, I'll just say that.
And who does this guy think he is? Like, I wish literally no one cared about him so he could just die from a disease already.
Oh, that's
It's what his
crazy.
little pussy ass deserves.
My name is Dr. Mike Carragher. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician. Raw beef is covered with microscopic organisms, viruses, as well as parasites. They're not visible to the human eye, but nonetheless, they're there.
First sign of eating a parasite or a virus or a bacteria could be death, and it's not a nice death.
I haven't died yet.
I mean, that's one fact they cannot disprove. He's been doing this for 6 years. I would be like, when is it gonna get me at this point? You know what I'm saying? After the first year or two, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Now, he must be immune to something. He's been doing it for 6 years. He got some immune, you know, technical biology stuff going on that we don't know about, bro. He's not a human anymore, like I said in the beginning. He's primal. Like, I don't know. Like, it just seems like we can't change him. It's been too long.
So yeah, even in the face of a doctor, this guy is still not buying that his meat might be contaminated. So they decide to test some ground beef that comes straight out of his refrigerator. And so when they test this meat, big surprise, it tests positive for E. coli.
So that's positive E. coli on the ground beef from your refrigerator, living on your chop meat.
Is there such a thing as the body building up immunity?
No. Actually, you're putting yourself at higher risk for disease the more raw meat that you eat.
And after seeing this, they're
Wow.
like, well, now we have to take a little piece of your shit and we gotta send it off to Dexter's laboratory. Dee fuck out the way.
Tell me about your dad.
He's authoritative. He's a military man, just like my grandpa was also a military man.
How was that for you growing up, or when you realized that you did not want to go on that path?
I still feel kind of disappointed.
It sounds like you really have this need of wanting to figure out who you are, and you want to actually live the life that is Daniel, not anybody else.
Confucius says,
Facts.
you must live the life that is Daniel.
What did you need from your dad that you didn't get?
More support for self-exploration. More support.
Not gonna lie, bro. Just gonna go out and say it. I wish my daddy would try to force me to go to the military, bro. Hey, we've been doing this for generations. Sorry, ma'am. It's not 1965 no more, bro. Like, yeah, grandpa did it because he had to. You did it because you had to. Y'all are old. It's the new age, bro. They not requiring me to go to war no more. I don't get no cool points for dying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be out there useful. Look at me. Look at me. I am 5'5", 120. I cannot make a difference out there. These guns are not gonna help. They're gonna pick me up and throw me, and I'm good. I'm gonna stay here and read my poems.
Support of the arts.
And so this all comes back to daddy problems, huh? It's very interesting how some people act when they feel like they don't get the attention or maybe the recognition that they rightly deserve. So yeah, daddy is the one who caused all his bad habits. And now they continue with his test results.
You ready?
Yes. I have no idea what's going on, but in the back of my mind, I'm kind of digging in for another fight.
Who got his poop out the toilet?
You do have a parasite.
Just the word parasites is kind of strong, you know, and it stood out there.
I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a man whose life has fallen apart. And I don't know why this guy is so surprised when he's been eating the equivalent of roadkill every day for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
We're not sure whether it is something that's, attaching into your small intestinal wall and actually causing problems. One more thing that's of interest on this test, rotting protein that hasn't digested sitting in your gut. You'll probably start gaining fat more and more because that's a definite thing that it does.
I know it makes me seem shallow, but that is an important part of the argument about the fat and all that. I want to be a god on earth.
Jeez, this guy has such a punchable face.
What?
Like one right hook to that big ass nose and it'd be lights out for this big bitch.
Dang.
And the big turning point, it didn't even come when she told him that he had a parasite in his body. It didn't come when she told him that the meat had E. coli on it. But it came when she told him that if he kept eating raw meat, he was basically gonna be a fat ass with some clogged arteries. And that tummy tuck was enough to get this man motivated.
Determined to take control of his own life and forget the expectations of his family, Daniel has agreed to give up his dangerous raw meat habit.
There's a very simple fix to Daniel's problem. He just needs to cook his food.
And so Daniel actually ends up changing his whole life. Like he has a new exercise routine. Jesus Christ, looks like the parasite is taking over this motherfucker right now with that running form.
3 full days without raw meat, Daniel is already noticing a physical difference.
What's making me stay strong is looking in the mirror at my stomach and watching it get flatter.
They even got this man doing charity work. Like, damn, I gotta say it's a good job for this guy. And after
Yeah.
5 days, when he's handling some raw meat, he almost cracks. But you know what? He ends up cooking that shit. Let's go, Danny boy! I'm proud of this freak. And then they just end up playing this really random game of paintball to try to connect the two brothers.
Hey JJ, how can we incorporate the whole army brother thing?
About a school shooting protection?
Paintball. Yeah, paintball.
Yeah, that's good. Do you think one of them might cry? We need those ratings.
And apparently they're playing paintball against professionals and they somehow catch the W. It's kind of like when they let the
What?
special ed kid score a touchdown. I mean, you know my dude Dr. Chow was carrying the squad over here, son. And then he just gets to enjoy a nice cooked steak with his brother.
How's the food?
Hey, Dr. Dowd.
That steak didn't even look good. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I hate dry steak. You put that steak in your mouth and it tastes like dirt. What? That steak ain't cooked right. It's too hard. It tastes like a hockey puck.
What?
Taste ain't cooked right. Taste ain't cooked right. Taste ain't cooked right. You got one more time to mix up your words, and I promise you, it's not gonna be a slap next time. It's gonna be a fist.
The fact is I'm sharing it with my brother here, not necessarily the meat.
He's like, damn, Dr. Chow, can you get off my fucking dick, bro? Can we get some seasoning in this bitch? Jesus Christ. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I like how in these shows, the food experts really come in and it seems like they really do do a good job of attacking them not only physically but psychologically. I like this episode. I'm glad that the guy is getting better. He seemed like an okay type of dude. Got a lot of shit to do being the Prime Minister of Canada and whatnot. But I really want to thank you guys for watching. If you did make it to this point in the video, please leave a big like if you like the video.
Man, that's it, bro. Straight up, bro. We not talking about the right stuff. That dude was crazy, bro. There was something wrong with him, bro. Like, if you have the urge to eat raw meat and you cannot fight it, something is loose up there. What else can he not fight?
Bruh.
Like, he might be doing some other weird stuff, bro. And I wonder if he still to this day is still clean, or did he like, I relapsed eating raw meat again? Like, was it one of those, bro? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I never heard of this, dude. How do you get addicted to eating raw meat? Like, how do you get addicted to doing any of this weird stuff? Addicted to eating raw meat, addicted to eating styrofoam, addicted to eating drywall, addicted to licking cars. I've seen it all, bro. I've seen it all, and it's honestly disgusting. It's very disgusting and it's weird, bro. It's weird. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's weird. But yeah, if I was ever thinking about eating raw meat, like, obviously I've thought to myself, like, hey, you know, it looks kind of good like that. But I've never brought myself to put it in my mouth. But if I had any doubt, any chance, any sliver of hope that I was gonna put raw meat in my mouth, it's gone. After hearing the parasite stuff and E. coli, that got me. It surprised me that the only thing that got him was being fat. You know, this whole situation was crazy. These people could not be real. I think they're computers walking around, AI, something we don't know about. So, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Do y'all think, you know, he's clean to this day, or do y'all think he relapsed? Do y'all think this was healthy? Do y'all think it was not? Let me know down below. And y'all know, if y'all enjoyed the video too much, to subscribe. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. And hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, because just make sense the like button if you like the video. No, please, I need it. Hit that like button if you don't eat raw meat. Hit that like button if you eat raw meat. And hit that like button if you just want to hit it and you're not dumb. If you don't hit it, you already know you dumb. This dude was eating raw meat. He definitely dumb. We gone.